Hello world, it's Lee Kelson coming to you live from the foreshore of the Esplanade here in beautiful Caloundra. It's an amazing day and I've got with me Olivia Sainsbury.
Yeah, it's all good.
I put both your names together. From the Caloundra Chamber of Commerce. How are you, Olivia?
Yeah, I'm really well, thank you.
So, amazing weather today after
fantastic.
the storms we've had.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is where I work. How cool is that? Pretty lucky.
So you're saying your office is like about 500 metres or not even that?
Yeah, 500 metres in the wrong direction from the beach.
Right. Do you get a view?
No view, and we work very, very hard, but it's beautiful to come out on a day like today and really enjoy it for what it's worth.
It's magnificent. So, Olivia, tell us a little bit about your backstory. So, you're on the coast. How long have you been here? Where are you from? Are you from here?
Yeah, sure. So I'm originally Canberra, grew up in Canberra.
We won't hold that against you.
Yeah, I know. That's what everybody says. Super lucky when I was younger. Dad was a diplomat, so I travelled around the world, lived in lots of different places, which was fantastic. And then via Sydney and Melbourne, I landed up on the Sunshine Coast about 3 years ago, up in Noosa. And so every morning I get into my car and drive it all the way down to Caloundra because this is what I'm passionate about as far as work goes.
Right.
Love the Sunshine Coast.
Yes, well, so do I. And we were just talking off camera about I used to live here and now I'm just working out how do I get back here.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you have to get back.
There's so much going on here. You know, I think with some of the infrastructure, the Maroochydore CBD, the smart cities, the submarine cable, and as I talk to people and travel around the Sunshine Coast, there just seems to be so much optimism and enthusiasm for what's happening.
Yeah, look, I think all of the development from an economic perspective that council are doing and investing, I think we've got a very forward-looking council, getting things like the submarine cable, a smart city as a Maroochydore CBD, super exciting. What that means for business is also really exciting. How the submarine cable links people up and the connectivity and what that means from a digital perspective is super exciting. I think what it's also doing is giving businesses just that confidence that we're growing a new CBD, so we'll be attracting other businesses, like more international businesses, and obviously that digital capability. We believe that the Sunshine Coast is the entrepreneurial capital of Australia. So Bernard Salt, a social commentator, said that. So we believe that all of these changes are only going to drive us forward to be able to attract more businesses to the Sunshine Coast. So, like on a day like today, if you're an entrepreneur... And
you want to be in the water surfing if you're an entrepreneur.
If you've got no money at the moment and you haven't worked out who your investor is or anything like that, this is a perfect location to burst into tears about it or work out what the hell am I going to do.
Absolutely.
So why not? So business confidence, I think, is just rising with the leadership and where we're going as far as development on the Sunshine Coast. It's really exciting times.
It is very exciting times. And so tell me, the Caloundra Chamber of Commerce, what's your role and what are you driving for?
Yeah, okay. So my role is executive officer, so I lead the chamber. We're a membership-based organisation. Our members are businesses. We've got almost 600 members, which makes us pretty much the largest chamber in Queensland, and that's exciting. That's just from a Sunshine Coast perspective. Wow. What do we try to achieve? So I suppose at the core of it, if we didn't have any members, then we wouldn't exist. So it is about our members. It's about education, networking, support in any way we can give them to grow their business, to make them successful. In addition to that, quite a lot of what we do is around the community. So we activate local downtown Caloundra in different ways. So there's a market that we run every Sunday. During school holidays, just here actually, we run a Friday night market. So that's really great for school holidays, tourism, that kind of stuff. It's one of those things that in an area, vibrancy, activation just makes the economy from a business perspective, but also the people just thrive, and that's what makes the Sunshine Coast, I think.
Yeah.
So we've got a chili festival coming up. You've got to come to the chili festival.
I love chili. I definitely got to
come
to the chili
Awesome.
festival. Yeah.
So we do
When's
have
that?
That's on the Saturday, 17th of November. Make sure you put that in your diary.
Okay, all right. Mental note.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's another community of activation. and that will hopefully attract lots of different people. So obviously tourism is one of our biggest industries here on this Sunshine Coast. So we do need to work towards doing different activations and things to make it interesting to bring those tourists in. But it's also about looking after our businesses, who are obviously the local residents here as well.
Yeah. So one of the observations, I lived on the Sunshine Coast 20 years ago now. I first moved here over 20 years ago, but it was very tourism focused, and there wasn't a lot of diversity in the economy. Are you seeing, well, certainly my observation is that I'm seeing it, but what's your feeling around the diversity of the economy now? I see a lot of digital companies, a lot of digital businesses, a lot of online companies now starting to, emerge.
Yeah, look, I think I agree with you. I think tourism obviously is still a super strong industry. Given all of the developments we've got with like the airport and the smart city, there's obviously construction is quite big as far as an industry goes. Definitely the digital ecosystem. So exactly as you said, so that digital side of things, which is only going to get stronger, I can see. I would say, look, from my the membership I've got, I would say predominantly knowledge and professional services, so accountants, lawyers, that kind of thing. But we're also seeing a lot of entrepreneurs, but in different industries. So we've got, for example, one of our members on our committees, Will Shrapnel. He owns Helimods just out at the aerodrome.
He's a hard man to pin down.
Okay. All right.
Will, I'm coming for you. I'm going to get you.
He's going to be at our breakfast on Friday. There you go.
Okay.
So he'll be back in town soon. That's a really good example of a completely different industry, but it's the entrepreneurship here that we've got on the coast in whatever industries, so not necessarily just digital, that are just making it happen. I mean, his fit outs of helicopters, most of his clients aren't here in Australia. It's an overseas customer base. So, super exciting.
Yeah, well, and again, I'm talking to a lot of people on the Sunshine Coast. A lot of people, their client base isn't here; is actually international.
Yeah.
And they're doing, they're doing business with people all over the world from here. So it's a tough gig.
Exactly. You can. Look, and I think the cost of living here is definitely lower than your major cities. So with something like a submarine cable coming in for business and that low cost of living, I think, it's a great place to do work. And it's that laid-back lifestyle, you don't have your parking issues, your traffic issues, the stresses of the big city. There's just a few more hours in every day. So, good place to thrive and work hard.
Fantastic. So if you are in a big city, you need to check out the Sunshine Coast. And if you're looking to open a business, or you are in business in Caloundra, then the Chamber of Commerce.
Caloundra Chamber of Commerce, absolutely. There are multiple on the Sunshine Coast, but even if you were to drop in and see us, I'd definitely point you in the right direction. Any newcomer, business or not business, thinking about a business, definitely just come and knock on our door and we'll help you out.
Olivia, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for talking with us. And we'll sign off from beautiful shores of Caloundra, and keep watching for more from Invest Sunshine Coast. Thanks. High five.
Thank you.
Cheers.